Alright, this is Fresh Hops. This is a Super Mario World Intermediate Kaizo hack by Mori the Magpie. That's 14 exits, and as the name suggests, it's all about beer! And I love beer, I brew beer myself at home, and it's really fun how Mori integrates the beer names into the themes of all the levels. This is also a chocolate hack, has a lot of custom mechanics I'll talk about in the levels as we get to them, but I think we'll just go ahead and get started. We start off with Huma Lupa Licious, which is an Imperial IPA, over 7% ABV. And I think it connects to this level because basically this is the how prepared are you for an intermediate Kaizo hack. Kaizo in general does not necessarily mean difficult. It's a style of level making where you have one path through a level. And so intermediate is, you know, meant for people who have played a good amount of Kaizo before. And this level is all about just controlling Toadette's height. First of all, this hack rules because you play as Toadette. I absolutely love it. Her sprite is so cute. But yeah, you're just balancing your jumps, controlling Toadette in midair. That's the key of this. And also the vines. These vines basically are forcing you to move quickly throughout the level because they disappear and move. So you have to be very, very reactive. Level is super fun. Just a really great start to the hack. You have to be really careful jumping off at the right time. And here we go. First level done. Comfy opener. Very, very solid. Alright, Bella Brown. This is from Shorts Brewing. The previous one was from Shorts Brewing as well. This is an American brown ale. First of all, I love brown ales and red ales. And I think the brown ale is talking about, is relating to these brown blocks here. So every time you grab the rope, it switches coins into blocks and blocks into coins. So, kind of a modified P-switch. And this level's really, really cool. It's another way of forcing urgency on the player. Here you gotta get the coins, then go here. First half done. Also have these ninja here that are, you know, basically you're just trying to, there's a lot of urgency in terms of you get on the rope, get off the rope, gotta go to the next section as quickly as possible. It's a very, very smooth level, just like brown ales are typically very smooth beer. Ooh, that one I always try and jump early just in case. That one's always super tight at the end. Yeah, that's the Bel Air Brown. Moving into Falls Tannin. This is a amber red ale from Aquemin Brewing, I believe. Probably butchering that name. Yo, Rocketplane, thanks for the 18 months. This level is really cool. Basically, half of it is underwater, and the underwater is only affecting everything else besides Toadette. So you have this, like, floaty atmosphere, but we, as the player, are not affected by it. We're in normal real time. And it just creates a lot of really interesting interactions. Very, very smooth, straightforward level. Just like the beer is just a very clear, you know, refreshing amber. Also, I think the water relates to the fact that the brewery is on a waterfall. Pretty cool. Yeah, this is a good time for donations. Basically, it's a pretty straightforward level. Gotta grab the Galumba here. Sure. Yeah, it kind of does function like low gravity. Pretty interesting. You have these ropes you have to be really careful of. The munchers look a lot scarier than they are here. This hack actually has a pretty good amount of leniency. The tougher thing is just, you know, controlling Toadette, making sure you have enough the height and distance to get through everything. Damn. That's False Tannin. Very comfy level. I'm doing practice, it's commentary for my SGDQ submission video. I'm sending this in. Alright, Diabolical. This is our first castle, so we've got a boss. Chain Chomp time. So basically, we're going to be having these Chain Chomps chasing us from the left side. It's an auto-scroller with added danger. The Diabolical Beer. Also very intense. This level is really, really fun. Basically, there's a lot going on that you have to be juggling. Anytime if you fall down, you're kind of done. Gotta be very, very careful with these block throws. And that's our first half. Diabolical is an American IPA, and it has pine flavor. Anytime you see pine on a beer, I will automatically drink it. I had some incredible pine-flavored beers in Alaska, and I've been a changed woman ever since. The second half, you see that the chain chomps are up top. So, generally, they're not a huge issue because it's kind of like artificial time. If you are too slow, you're just not going to be able to beat the tricks anyway. But it does give a little, you know, little sense of urgency. Give the beer has some bite to it, absolutely. Absolutely. Now we've got our first boss. So there's a boss quick kill here. Basically, if we go quickly, the boom boom will go to the right. We're able to step on him. Step on him again. When he puts the spikes out, gonna do a jump. Hit. That was perfect. That is the quick kill. Holy cow. That was great. So, shout out to Akko who helped me lab that. Basically, we used to try and get boom boom in the right side and have to really be careful about where we are. That is so much more consistent. Makes that fight super clean. That's the end of our first flight. Your first beer flight is over already. Maybe that went too quickly. Maybe it was perfect. Round 2 awaits through the pipe. So, first 4 levels done. Onto our second flight. This is the, I would say, the toughest split of the run. A lot of swinging levels here. Same comparing against average, I pretty much got out of the first flight on average. Fresk Ale. This is a summer ale, so this level is very, very refreshing because all of it is single screen challenges. You get a checkpoint after every single level. I love these kinds of levels very, very much. They're super fun. Oh, I was a little too low there. You have to bounce off the chuck, you have to avoid the mushrooms there because if you are big, you're not allowed to get in the door. Here, avoiding the hammers, going around these bomb-oms. All of these one-screen challenges are just, like, super fun and bite-sized. I love these kinds of levels. They've become more and more popular with hacks such as Nightmare Cafe, Mad with Kaizo Power, all being centered around single-screen rooms, or single-screen levels. Alright, we got in the door, nice. That door can be mean off the dolphins. Here we're having to swing back and forth to hit these on-off switches because the P switch that we need to activate the door is hidden there. 3 flights of beer is a lot of beer. Typically I share flights with my husband. That's the way to do it. Be straightforward. And this is the final one of the level. Oh no! Missed it. What are we gonna do? Oh, thank goodness it's another one. Interesting thing about if you have a 1 tile on a rope, you can spin jump and it'll push you through it. That's what we do there. Alright, moving into our next level here. Serendipity. Serendipity is from New Glarus, one of my favorite breweries. Visited there on the way to SGDQ last year. Shoutouts to Spotted Cow. But Serendipity is a fruit ale, and it's got a lot of nice raspberry flavors. You can see that in the color palette of this level. We've got some Yoshi's Island music. Anytime you see Yoshi's Island music, you know the level's gonna be a little bit cursed. This is no exception. So basically we have this pretty quick auto-scroller. You have to keep up moving along the level. Also have these clouds that the, not hunters, but like the vine feedy guys are doing, and you have to keep up with that. So there's multiple sense of urgency in terms of getting through this level. We utilize the fact that if you throw a shell close enough to a wall, it'll actually phase through your character. We're going to use that a few different times here. Makes this a lot easier. We're going to use that again here. Get that in the bucket, get us over. This part is very challenging. We've got a disco shell here. We need to basically stall and then go through. Alright, nice. That is trickier than it looks. Hi, Sandy! That was really clean. Very, very good level. Sometimes I get stuck on the second half there. The thing about Kaizo's speedrunning is that you're always going to try and build up as much consistency as possible, but these levels are hard, and there's a chance that you get stuck on them. You kind of just got to be able to get through it. Hail, sir! So this is the hardest level of the hack. Both halves are very challenging. I've gotten the first half pretty consistent. The second half has a lot of just really tough tricks. So you can see the chucks have been reskinned into Donkey Kong. This level's called Low Hanging Fruit, based around a fruit ale. So we've got the whole banana theme going on here. Pretty cute. So a lot of complex things going on here. Having to utilize the Donkey Kongs to get us through. These vines are very fast moving and fast disappearing. That was a little sketchy on that boo ring, but we made it. Alright, this second half is pretty challenging. So we have a lot going on. We have these flames that we're going to be spin jumping off of, that these monkeys are jumping off of. The tough part here, there's 3 tricks in this second half that are very challenging. First, this one. Kind of moving, we have to swing around, hit the flame to be able to hit the on-off switch without any space. This one has a lot of space, so it's not nearly as bad to set up. The one against the wall is much more difficult. That's the first tough trick. And then, you all saw we had that disco shell in the first half. Wasn't too bad. The disco shell in the second half is a whole other beast. It's something. We're gonna try and slide off. That was really good. And that jump is the other hard part. Oh my goodness. Wow, super happy we got through that quickly. That flame jump, you have to have a low trajectory and then do a full height regrab and then get over. Regrabbing is when you let go of jump to have a lower height and then regrab it so your speed in the air slows down. That is one of the toughest regrabs in the hack, if not the toughest. Whew, got through it. Hi, good. Very, very happy with that. Alright, now we've got 2 Hearted. First of all, I love this beer. I had it the other day at a brewery near here. Bell's 2 Hearted IPA. Absolutely delicious. And you can see the theming of this level is kind of Celeste inspired. We've got a Badeline chaser, a Badio, if you will. And you gotta stay ahead of Mario here. And the pathing of this level is very specific as a result. Oop! Just a little too close to that muncher there. I really, really love this level. It's very fun. The key hits here are a lot more difficult than they look because you're under a lot of immense time pressure. Gotta keep rolling with it. Yeah, this level's really, really fun. Oh, I did not think I had enough height. That was scary. Alright, first half done. The second half can be pretty tough. So, again, having to make sure our pathing dodges Mario. Oh, hello? E-switch jump is not liking me. There we go. So taking a big jump here, so we slide under Mario. Here we're gonna do a swing. Oh, a little early on that commentary. We're gonna have to do a big circle swing around some of these enemies. I don't know why this P-switch jump is being mean to me right now. I'm losing my muscle memory. There you go, I was throwing it a little bit too late. The P-switch jump like that is a lot harder than it looks, honestly. It's kind of whack. So here we go. We go in a big circle. Make sure we don't hit Mario on the way down with those Koopas. Gotta be quick here. Stall a little bit. This level's really, really fun. This is the toughest part. Gotta do a big loop and then get on these. Ooh, that muncher was really close to me. Very, very challenging. There we go. Very nice. That second half is tricky. Alright. Moving into Blooming Desert. Blooming Desert is a really fun level. So the first half, we have these P blocks that cause these silver platforms to move downward. And that's the crux of what we're doing here. You gotta go in a way that you hit the P block, move forward with that. We have to keep this mushroom the entire time. It's important for us to be able to damage boost later. In Kaizo, if you're given a power-up, you gotta keep that power-up. It's gonna be used somewhere. So there's a lot of small optimizations we do here. So taking the damage boost, and we gotta move quickly through here. Nice. Second half of this is a boss fight. A boost fight, if you will. There's a quick kill in this as well, where we don't have to go all the way to the end of the screen. I'm going to be attempting to demonstrate that. Gotta go very quickly through this room. So I know the layout of this room. I'm going to be grabbing these blocks while they're off screen, throwing them and trying to hit the boo as soon as possible, and moving through here knowing what the obstacles are. I'm going to hit the boo very, very early here, right as he appears, and then we have one more hit. Gotta make my way up here, not fall down, not get hit by these spikes, grab this block. Ah! And there's the quick kill. As you can see, not much room left where Toadette is. So yeah, lab that out, and basically we get to skip this entire portion above where Toadette is right now. It saves a lot of time. You really have to be consistent and confident with moving through that fight, and I'm really happy I got to show that off and got it first try. That was awesome. Really clean. Your second flight goes down smooth and leaves you wanting just a touch more. Round 3 awaits, just on the other end. Yeah, the boss fights in both of these are so much fun, and got a gold in that split. I'm really happy about that. It was very smooth. Alright, last call, our third flight. We've got Rubeus Founder's Raspberry Ale, so the return of these cute colors here. This level is centered around these moving blocks and using the enemies to help us get through them. So we're basically gonna go on this block and have it help us move through the level. This level's really, really, really fun. The tricky part about this is being on these pink blocks has very interesting impacts on Toadette's movement. You gotta be very aware of how you're going through these. But this level's super cute. Good time for donations in here. Gotta be very careful about these platforms. Yeah, the pink moving blocks activate when you step on them. There we go, first half done. Also, I love Dino Rhinos. They are my favorite enemy in Super Mario World. They are incredible. Super cute here. We get to see a bunch of different versions of them. Hello! How's it going? Have a nice lurk. These green ones are flying. Oh, that was great! That last couple of jumps can be really scary. You gotta be super cognizant of your height there. Yeah, Pillbug, hi, nice to see you. Good alert. Laughing fish. Very, very yummy beer. Had this a couple of times before. Alright, this level is tough. So basically, these ice blocks are consistent throughout the whole level. Once they fall down, they are falling down throughout the entire level. So you have to be super careful about the amount of time that you're standing on them, because it impacts things all the way down. This cycle in the dolphin is also pretty difficult. For real, Badeline. There we go. That's what we're looking for. We also have those, you see the green indicator coin? That's helping me be like, this is where you should throw. Indication is really, really important in Super Mario World Kaizo. The red coin telling me there's danger. Mori's indication is very, very good. Very appreciative of it. Alright, nice. First half. Second half of this level is super cool. This opening trick, we basically have to be very careful of Toadette's height to be able to jump off that, do a little fancy shell jump. Gonna use this Koopa to help us. Activate this, keep moving forward. Gonna throw this bomb on here, pick it back up, use it again. Here. Hit the spiny, hit this, and get out. And one last thing. Alright, that was super clean! Both halves of that went really well. Very happy with that. Alright, Borealis Brew. This is from Keweenaw Brewing. Red ale, a dark, strong beer. And you can kind of see it. Yeah, it's very much like a porter. And a little scary, like this level is. You got poison mushrooms. Poison mushrooms kill us. This level is very cycle-based in that way. Love this trick. You have to hit the side of the block to clear the enemy and then move forward. Cycles are definitely a weakness of mine. I'm a Celeste speedrunner, and cycles in that game get me. This level is no exception. First half isn't too bad though. The second half is tough. So we have these pink mushrooms that jump when we jump. Pretty interesting custom mechanic there. We're gonna maintain this mushroom. We're gonna actually use this mushroom to skip this. Mori told us that, by the way, you can just damage boost through there. You don't even need to do the whole shell trick. I was like, thanks, Mori. I appreciate you. It's always nice when the devs help out with the run, right? So here we're gonna have to jump at specific times to change these question mark blocks. Gotta jump to dodge this. Ooh, that fuzzy jump can be scary sometimes. That went well. Visual cue for when to throw that. Alright. As you can see, you might have wondered how the block kind of just leveled out at the end. There is a thing called a 1F0 invisibly that assists the block together. That's a really tough block throw. So shoutouts to Mori on that. Alright, Barbaric Yawp. This is from Blackrock's Brewing. It's a Scotch ale, very strong and malty. This level is the penultimate level of the hack, and it is very intense. The on-off switches are what is doing the thing with the meter. When the meter runs out, the switch goes off. So, or it goes on, we're technically turning it off, and then this thing goes back on. But it toggles! Got these rhinos here. The first half of this level is just, again, you're moving quickly. Going through here, keeping your urgency. That was clean. Second half of this is one of the toughest parts of the hack. So now the on-off switches turn off the munchers. And so we have to be going faster than the meter to make sure we maintain our mushroom. Like I said earlier, we're playing Kaizo, we need to carry this mushroom as far as possible. We're gonna need it. That was really tight. Part is pretty difficult. You also need to wait on this cycle. If you go right away, you will just fall into the pit and crash. I've done that many times. Not fun. Here you're purposely getting hit. This used to be one of the toughest levels for me, and I've practiced it so much. I've gotten really confident with it. Wow, another golem. This is going well. Going really well. Alright, one more level. I've really come so far in that level with Sandy, yeah. Alright, let's have a good Widowmaker. This is the finale! Black ale, very malty and smooth, very intense. Just like our final castle. This is a pretty lengthy level. Has some different parts to it. Hi Kevin, by the way. Any Celeste fans will appreciate that. Got these pink rhinos. We can basically turn, or these are, you know, reskinned Reznor. We can turn them off by hitting them. This level's really dynamic. I enjoy it a lot. There we go. I'm going to wait this one out. You can beat Kevin on the cycle, but it's scary. Next part here, got a lot of, every time we jump, the exclamation mark box is switch. Trader uses that in some pretty fun ways. Ooh, that one's tight. Going all the way over to the sun here. No! I needed to stall in the air just barely longer than that. Oh, that was unfortunate. That's rare that I see that happen. Yeah, that was that's an odd one. I was just barely off cycle there. It's all good. Happens to the best of us. This Kevin jump is very difficult for me. Not surprised it got me there. I find this first one's not too bad. The second one is really hard. There we go. Ugh. I was really scared of that guy for some reason. There we go. That's what we're looking for. This level's just really fun. This castle is great. It's very spin jump based, which is cool. A lot of like juggling on obstacles you have to spin on. Super interesting. Woo! Alright, nice. Clean. Alright, this section's really, really fun. We're basically just climbing up. This part's not too bad. Pretty sure I like first or second tried this in my casual playthrough. It looks a lot scarier than it is. Alright, boss time. So we got a custom boss here. This Wendy boss is really, really fun. Gotta make sure we hit her every single part of this and keep pace with the auto-scroller. Ooh, that one was tight. That one is annoying. I was paying attention. Sometimes she's mean like that. Ah! That's okay. I was a teeny bit behind there. I think I could have salvaged it, but it was tough. Yeah, I love custom boss fights like this. This one is no exception. It's super fun. Maybe she'll be at the right position this time. Thank you! You just had to make it a little bit spicy last time. Awesome. One difficult jump here with this key. Oh! Yeah, that's okay. I was rushed because I had to hit the key twice there. This boss can be pretty challenging. It's very precise. Yeah, the toughest part is this key over here. That one was also very close. I did not. Alrighty. Gamers, I think this is a sub 30. Oh my gosh. I was not intending to PB during this run. This was just supposed to be my commentary submission. It's almost like talking and playing helps me. I was just trying to talk. I was on world record pace. I was. Yeah, which is pretty incredible. Wow. I'm so happy. This is a 28 even. Oh my god. If I had first, like, I'm so happy with this run. Irish goodbye. Now it's time. Wow! Alright, I guess I shouldn't compare against average. I should show you all how this beat my PB. Wow. And even with Wendy taking like third try, I barely lost any time there. Because I had a really good castle. I'm so happy! That was just really smooth all the way around. Like, only took a few deaths in the level. I didn't really get stuck anywhere besides Wendy, but Wendy was still fine. Wow. 28! 3-minute PB! So happy. Let me say hi to everyone. Hi, Akka. Hi, Mark. Nice to see you. Hi, Piano Bar. Hi, Claire. Yeah. I skipped 29, 30, and 31. Yeah, my PB was a 32. Wow. My goal was that I get a recording done today, and then I try and grind for the sub 30. But why don't I just knock it out in one? Works for me.